Oh, hi. Sorry. I didn't remember my microphone. Hi. It's time. Ooh, man. I've got some cool stuff to share today. I'm so excited. And also sorry for the lack of music for the starting soon part. There's a reason for that. Hold on. My blanket's stuck on my armrest. Apologies for that. But anyway, it's not gonna be quiet for much longer. Trust me. But anyway, I'm so excited. I was gonna share a link to one of the servers I'm in for this, but I forgot to do that. So if they're here, cool. If not, then they'll see it later. Anyway. Yeah, I will be giving a little bit of I will be yapping a little bit. Who am I without my yapping? So, as you can see, it is on YouTube. So, if you want to listen to my whole brand new album on your own, then you can listen to that on your own. Go look for it on my main YouTube channel. I will be sharing a link in my server as well. So, that'll be nice. Yeah, I'll also be taking a small moment after sharing all of this to set up for drawing stuff. So, yeah, just letting you know ahead of time. Anyway, let's get into it. Ooh, I need to turn up my own headphones. I love the music I made. This song is basically just like an ease into what I have decided to get myself into. And yes, I like the music that I made myself. Can you really say you made music you enjoy if you don't enjoy listening to it? Hi! I made music! Uh-oh. Ooh, we are not supposed to be there yet. I didn't know that was gonna happen. Oops. I just wanted to put my glasses up. Damn, YouTube. You messed it up! Shit. You'll hear that song later. A bit of trivia. I used part of this song in my anniversary teaser. I made the first 3 songs in this album back in March. If you can believe that. But the whole album didn't come out till now because I wanted to make another song. And that one took a little more time because I got a little frustrated with it. Until last month. Oh, you think this is fast? Just wait till we get to the last song. And Metamorphosis, this one is 200 BPM. I think I remember the BPMs of the others. Yeah, that's what I was going for. Bug stuff. Oh, here comes my favorite part. You're very energetic. There's first song. Some trivia for this one. It's just Metamorphosis, but slower. It's 150 BPM. I couldn't pick which one I liked more. And I knew some people would prefer one or the other. So I decided to just keep both. Why not? You know? It's my album. I can do what I want with it. Hi! Well, I'm so glad this whole album's out now. I took my sweet time with the last 2 songs, but it was so worth it. Also, if you look at the album cover, you can see there's some little changes I've made that I plan on doing later on with my VTuber. I know I literally just redesigned my VTuber for my anniversary, but apparently I can't make up my mind. I had a galaxy brain moment, and I'm gonna take the time to work on it. You know, it's so funny you say that, because I was sharing some of this with Vince, my friend that I sometimes collab with. And he said that my music really reminds him of games. My bug game music. I mostly wanted to make this album to get out like all of the ideas I wanted to do, so I could focus on making more ambient type music for Last Light. Yeah! And you know, it's funny you say that because this whole album is free for anybody to use as long as they give credit. I put that in the description. It's a cool idea. I'm also proud of the video editing. I think I'm getting better at editing videos now. Thank you! Enjoy lurking. Also, I fixed my glasses. The little chains. They dangle properly now. I'm making myself dizzy. The first remix! Some trivia about this one. It's the longest song on this album. Here, you even see spams. It's like 4 minutes and 13 seconds. And I think the second longest is either the next song or Slow Emergence. I can't actually remember. I think Chrysalis might be a bit longer. Can't remember. I'll have to check later when I look at the files. Because I do have to make individual videos for each of these songs. I will be uploading them all separately. But not after this, like, I'll be doing it day by day. Spacing them all out evenly. My idea with this one was to make something a little more chill. Something slow. quiet. Makes you feel more isolated. I will be putting up some posts about this on my Instagram and Twitter later as well. Maybe not later today because I'm very sleepy. But yeah, I'll probably do that just to tease the individual uploads. Put up little like demos of each. I think it'd be nice. I was thinking about doing like a really tiny crossfade edit, but I think I'll just do like little demos of each song and post those each individually to be like, this song is uploaded, that song is uploaded. Yeah. I'm really proud of my first album. I think it's a strong start. Yay! I'm glad. This is actually probably, out of all 5 versions, this is probably my least favorite. It's not bad, but like the other ones are just better, you know? But I'm glad you like it. It is a vibe. I hope a lot of people enjoy the free music. Oh, also I'll be uploading all of these on SoundCloud. Sorry, I'm so proud of Chrysalis. It's just, so good. A bit of trivia for this song? Yes! A bit of trivia for Chrysalis. This song was originally supposed to be completely different, but I just couldn't get it to work. So I completely rewrote it. But the remix is closer to what the original was supposed to be like. And I'm excited for that to play it. But yes, I really nailed it with Chrysalis. More bug sounds. I think that'll be my signature thing. The actual sound file, I believe it's called Spring something or another. It's like Spring 13 or something. hear that. Well, before the next song starts, fun fact, the remix of this song is my parents' favorite, which was a big surprise. And this is the fastest song at 400 BPM. It is technically speedcore, but I don't know if I would personally constitute it as such. And that's it. Alright. That's it. That's my very first music album, Metamorphosis. It should be public now. Let me refresh this page. No, 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 no. Stop it. Stop. Shut up. Stop. Alright, there we go. Yes. And it's all time stamped perfectly. Or at least it should be. Yeah, it is. And yes, I stated in my little description, I said my first music album. It's a fairly modest start to my music creation, but I am proud of the final product. Yeah, I made music. I was being modest, but yeah. To be fair, I do believe it will be modest because yeah, thank you so much for following. And thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You were so excited whenever you saw the album cover I was working on. Like I said, fairly modest. I suppose it will be technically fairly modest. They were pretty simple compositions compared to what I want to go for next. And then I also said, after listing all the song time markers, I said, also, I suppose this is the premiere of my next redesign. Yes, crunchy, munchy crunchy. Yeah, because I definitely want to. I guess I'll do like a quiet launch of my redesign until I work on the proper model redesign. I need to finish the actual reference first. And then I said I am excited to get started on changing it to it for sure. Yeah, because that's a bomb ass redesign. I'm so glad I came up with that out of the blue. Because it's missing that little spark that I was looking for whenever I was redesigning for my anniversary. It has that little spark. It finally brings out the bug part. I know I'll be losing these little floaty wings, but I think the sacrifice will be worth it because then we'll have bug wings and that'll be really nice. Yeah, I said all 5 of these songs are free to use with credit. I even put 2 little asterisks on each side. I am the bug man. Yeah, bug man. Or I will be more buggy with time. Alright, let me see. It's time to set up for drawing. So let me go to my be right back screen so I can set things up because I need to put my VTuber away. Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I'll be uploading each individual song starting tomorrow. I'm actually still technically here, but I don't have a screen that would actually work for this specific scenario. So I'll just keep yapping. I actually have a different setup for today because I didn't feel like dragging my table in here. So I have a different little setup and I don't even know if it'll work. But there's only one way to find out. Let me pull up my things. Oh my gosh. I'm so close to my goal. Oh, that's gonna be so exciting. Ooh, gee. Because then I'll start revisiting stuff. Alright, Camo Studio, please open up. Please. I would greatly appreciate it. Oh, it's working. Right. I'm just using my little Can this still work if my phone's turned off? Oh, yes! I can oh, never mind. It doesn't. Damn. I thought it would work for a second. I wanted to save on battery. Ooh, I need to open up. Where's my Skyrim music? Give me the Skyrim. OMG, someone posted the Song of the Dragonborn with lyrics. I'm gonna have to watch that later. Cause before every Skyrim stream, I'm always like ho 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 he ho 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 he ho. Like I don't know what to say, so I'm just like ho ho ho. Alright. Is this good? That's very loud. Holy shit. Let me turn that down. Yeah, that's a good volume. Yippee! Alright. Finally put my phone where it needs to be. And thankfully this tripod doesn't have a death grip on my phone. Ah, thank you. Bless you, studio mode, for existing. It's like the light of my life. Oh no. Uh-oh. I don't know if this'll work. Ruh-roh. Because I forgot that it's like super zoomed in. Unless I like... Actually, I have an idea. I have like the stupidest idea, but it's an idea. Because the thing is that with the little camera capture application I use, is that it does a landscape, but in portrait mode. And it's just a little funny. So it like cuts off like the top and bottom, so it looks really zoomed in. There we go. Let me rotate this. Because I just want to do some silly little tiny sketches. But you're going to see the leg of my tripod. Maybe. Yes, you will. You will absolutely see the leg of my tripod. This is so silly! Uh-oh. What did I do? Oh, I just closed my thing. Did I? I did. There we go. Oh, it looks so nice. So zoomed in. It's so very nice. Can I do this? Will it work if I do this? It's so heavy. No. This is so very bad. I was so hoping this would work, but no. It's too close. I don't want to use my tall tripod. It death grips my phone. And literally both times I've done it, it's been like... It's like squeezed the buttons and almost called emergency services, which is terrifying. I have an idea. Is this a good idea or no? This might be a dumb idea, actually. This could actually work if I could weigh down that back leg. The tripod is not tripoding. Can I move this down somehow? It's like just barely. Is it working? I guess. Sure. Sure, it works. Alright. Yippee! The PNG tuber has returned. It's so unfocused. Hello, you're so zoomed in. You're so focused. I don't have my gloves on today. Duty calls. It's time for sweater. Oh, and I forgot to adjust my chroma key for this one. Because I'd like to see my little glasses better. Can I see my glasses? That might be too low. We just have to do with what we got. Yes, welcome back, PNG tuber. What's so funny about the capture window is that it's actually sideways. But yeah. This is one of like 3 little nice little recycle thingies I have. Oh yeah, you can see the tripod legs, of course. What if I do this? Oop. Oop. Maybe a bad idea. Hold on, me being dumb. Oh, I forgot to change the stream category. Hold on. Arte. 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 Yeah. Arte. Arte. I love how my PNG tuber just jumps like that. It's so silly. By the way, I'm using a squishy to hold my, yeah, move my shit. Hold on. Who am I without my bundle of junk on my desk? Nobody, that's who. I don't actually have a bunch of junk on my desk, it's actually a bunch of art stuff. I needed to move this over so you could see this better. And now the peach can do its job and keep things where it's supposed to be. Now I can lean in. Really get up close and personal. From on my desk. My little glass desk. And by the way, the two things that I had moved. My puppet. And oh! Ah! Shit! And everything else! Man, this was not working very well in my favor today. My puppet and I made this little thing of gray paper bound together for animation purposes, but I haven't used it yet. I can't really show off the whole thing, but you can see the edges. And my little happy binder clips. Pops for you. There you go. I missed having a PNG tuber. It was so silly. Oh, my notebook's all dirty. It had cat hair on it. You can thank Saturn for that. Oh. Maybe I should just stop adjusting this. Just work in little half of a notebook that I can show. This is so bad. This is so bad. The first one really was the best, honestly. I should stop adjusting. Keeps adjusting. There we go. I wanted to do some little like anatomy study kind of stuff because I need to work on my portfolios for work and stuff. And you know, speaking of oh, can I twist this? No, I can't. Odd. Wanted to move the legs a little bit. No, that was a terrible choice. I just said I need to stop adjusting it, and yes, I can't help it. I just can't help but keep adjusting, and now everything's falling apart. God damn it! I'm being a little bit dumb. That's actually a better position somehow. You know what? I'll work with it. I wanted to talk about how it's so funny how I've been working on sorry, I needed a little sippy. A little sippy. I'm left-handed. I can't do that. It goes over here instead, I guess. But I've been working on my like work stuff, and I don't know what I'm doing at the moment. I guess just a little torso of sorts, just some torso. But tea. Yeah, I'm drinking some chai. It's like my always beverage. I've also got this little Yeti mug with water in it. Then I have a room temperature can of Liquid Death peach tea. It's pretty alright. Those are good teas. I'm a little bit of a tea connoisseur. Honestly, don't know how I got to this point. I guess I think I just tried it once and got hooked whenever I was pretty young. Because it just tastes so good. It tastes so good. I love tea. But it's so funny how I've been working on my art stuff and setting up stuff for work. And I recently got an email from my art history professor about an offer to work with my city's Museum of History for something. And I've been thinking about accepting it. I don't know what all I'll get. I believe it's just a grant, which I don't know how useful that'll be for me right now since I'm literally about to graduate in December. But I think I'll probably check it out anyway. Even if it doesn't benefit me, I still think it'll be worthwhile. But I would like for it to I would like to do some research to see if I can use it for my student loans, because that would be really, really nice. Because I can't really do much with the grant at this point. I know I could probably get a little bit more education, but I don't know. Because I would like to take a break after getting my bachelor's in the fall. Oh, it's all off screen, sorry. Please don't fuck this up. Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. Alright, I didn't fuck it up. I promise I won't fuck it up again. I'll just gently slide it up and down as I work on this little figure. I do need to work on more like muscular, masculine figures. I need to move it down even more. Oh, another little trinket on my desk is this little beeswax thing for thread. I've used it like once. But it is very useful for if you have like old thread and you're having a really hard time stitching something. And I'm actually quite experienced with sewing. Also, I promise I won't do any sort of nudity things. This is mostly just for the sake of mapping out some vague musculature. I am a safe for work artist 99% of the time. And I'd like to remain that way in the public way. While I do sometimes draw nudity, it's always non-sexual, except in the cases of like personal art that never gets shared publicly. But I'm pretty sure most people do that. But for the public eye, for now at least, things will remain safe for work. And I did want to use this notebook for both anatomy practice and some lore building and brainstorming for different stories of mine. It keeps getting all funny. Yeah, there we go. And also, my overhead light isn't on, so things aren't super contrasty. And once again, the legs are out of view. Let me just like sketch out the knee placement, and I'll move the camera again. Yeah, this would somehow turned out so much worse than I was expecting. But honestly, sometimes scuff makes things better, entertainment-wise. Also, once again, I'm drawing at a skewed angle, so it's nice to see on OBS that my proportions are pretty much correct. Except for maybe the knees. That's always been an old habit of mine, putting the knees way too low. And I actually wanted to draw a more masculine figure today because I'm pretty used to drawing more feminine figures. And I also need to do some practice for some larger figures. Ah, shit, I need to move everything. This is not going to end well. Please, Peach, do your job. It's a Peach squishy, by the way. I've had this thing for ages. No, Peach squishy! Stay put, please. Thank you. If my phone starts to fall, I'm going to freak out. I'm going to be sad. But it seems to be alright. For now. And I can move this up a little bit now. Camera focus. Me and cameras do not get along. We just don't. And I'm not entirely sure why. You know, I'm so happy that me showing my music went so well. I'm really happy with all of that. You know, I've got this video open of the Skyrim music on my primary monitor. I've got OBS on my secondary monitor. And it's currently showing Winterhold, but in the spring. It's like not snowy, and it's so weird. Like, it's beautiful, but I've never seen non-snowy Winterhold. And I'm so glad you liked it. I'm so glad that I had such a grand, fantastic entrance. I was worried that my music would be like painfully mid. But it's not. Yippee! I will say, there are some flaws in some of the songs, but that's to be expected. I'd say like certain that's not working the way it's supposed to. Hold on. There are certain things that I should have exported as patterns and then re-implemented them into the song so they didn't bleed out. But I still think they sound great, so I'm not gonna change them. It's time to work on other things. I've already got another idea for another song, but I'll probably just make it a single. It's called Ode to the Machine, and I came up with it when I was half asleep. And I immediately was like, oh, I need to write this down in my notes app or else I'm going to forget about it. So that's what I did. And yeah, that'll probably take a while to make. I'm probably just gonna make it a single, honestly, because I'm gonna start experimenting with vocals a little bit. But hopefully it'll still have that same type of buggy charm as Metamorphosis had. And I'm excited to start working on it because it's just been sitting in my notes app for like almost a month now, actually. I had that idea a while back. My camera keeps being funny. Yes, focus on this, please. Focuses a lot on my hands. My little pasty hands. Oh, and I forgot to put on my gloves today, but I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt anyway, so no immersion for you. It's too far. Please don't fall. No! My peach! It's always so blurry. Man. Thankfully, it never looks blurry when I take pictures, so that'll be nice. I think I'll upload the cover of the album on its own. I might back it with the audio, but for today, so I have an upload today. I don't know if I'll upload my little sketches or not, because I tend to save my Friday drawings for Tuesday or Wednesday now. I don't know why. I did also forget to upload it on Twitter, but who needs it? Twitter don't need it. That's for sure. Oh, that arm is ass. Hold on. The hand is good, but like... For a moment I was about to try to like undo it. Like in Clip Studio Paint. I've been really like hankering down working on art on my laptop. I'm gonna have to do things this way. I've been working on some Baldur's Gate comics, and I haven't finished the first one yet, just simply because I had finished Metamorphosis and I wanted to do the album artwork. Ooh, I should share the original idea, or not the, well, it wasn't the original idea. The current album cover is actually the original idea. Yeah, and not to mention it feels so good to actually feel comfortable with drawing pre-existing characters now. I've always had a hard time making fan art for things, because I always feel like I have to be like spot on, like I have to be accurate to the source material. That's why I never draw fan art. But thankfully, for some reason, Baldur's Gate was like, you don't have that problem anymore. Congratulations. So I can draw them just fine and not feel bad about any sort of inaccuracies, and it feels so good. I'm so excited to share them. They're so silly. It's the adventures of my Sona, Vince's character, Rowena, and so far, just our silly shit in Baldur's Gate. I don't know if I should put fingers like that. I'm putting too much time into this. But yeah. And playing Baldur's Gate has also been a very nostalgic experience for me, because it reminds me of whenever I used to play D&D with my dad and our family friends back when I was like 13, I think. I think I was in middle school. And I played a thief. We did first edition D&D. Ooh, good luck with that. Making maps is so hard. But I believe it definitely helps. It definitely helps if you add some bit of randomization to it, like if you throw a bunch of dice on a piece of paper and kind of use that as influence, because our brains are kind of wired to make patterns. That's one of the reasons why plants are so hard to draw, is because a lot of plants don't really follow a pattern except for in their fruits and flowers. It's something that has really reared its head in some of my art. But are these hips too low? No, they're not too low. Yeah, it's tough. I have a huge map book for one of my stories that I made, and it's not that great. One of them is good, but the others need working on. I believe in you. You got it. But if it gets to be too tough, remember, when in doubt, just do it the old-fashioned way and just improvise, and don't have an actual physical map. Oof. Yeah, combat it can be tough in games. Tough in games like that. Yeah, sure, that works. Belly button can go right there. Alright, fuck it. That works for now. There's our first figure. Goodbye, Peach. Trying to angle it so you can see the whole thing. There we go. Proportionally, it's okay, but also I cannot see very well from this angle. Let me just pull this out for a moment. I have to still hold the tripod, otherwise it's gonna fall. Alright. I'm just gonna be working. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do like anatomy stuff on the right side and then do other stuff on the left side. So I'll probably work a little separately. Peach! Peach doing Peach's job. Ah! Never mind! The Peach rebels! The Peach has decided to rebel. It doesn't want to work for me anymore. I got it to work. It's fine. But I need to work on more larger body types. I haven't really worked on any larger characters since I used to do a bunch of art for my story tournament, but I've put that story on the back burner. But there's a particular character in one story I've been working on. They're very large, and I need to make sure I can capture their true, beautiful, big essence and do them some justice. So I'm going to be practicing a much larger figure for that sake, for their sake. Because I talk about them sometimes whenever I info-dump about that story to my friends. But I still haven't drawn them. And just a bit of a like TLDR, they're heavily inspired by the Venus of Willendorf, so I'm gonna try to capture that kind of look, mostly for memory because I don't feel like looking up a ref right now. I don't recognize this song. There, I was about to get started, but then like that caught my attention. I don't recognize that one. Oh, this person, the video, the reason why Winterhold looks so weird with it not being snowy is that this video footage is from a mod called Springhold, where Winterhold isn't covered in permafrost. Let's see. Well, Camo Studio, can you please work properly? I'd greatly appreciate it. I just need to start with some sort of vague shape, honestly. Oh, probably won't work very well. That'll work better. I do need to move this up though. I need to show that I know what I'm doing and that I am a good artist. I do need to study the way fat and skin folds a bit more though. I do have a anatomy book. Oh god, my funniest D&D experience. That is a good question. What type of funny? Cause like there's different types of funny. I think funny lucky was probably this one time. I don't remember the details, but we were in the Underdark and we were in some place and it was some like important place, some like castle or whatever. And I remember I was sneaking around. I think we were captured or something. And we were sneaking around and I snuck into like the high queen lady whatever's room and she was sleeping and I was able to sneak up and I had to roll like a 19 to take her out and I successfully did it. And my dad was like, "That's it. You did it. You killed her. Stabbed her through the head. She died quietly, quickly, no problems." And I was just sitting there like, "Yay." Hold on a moment. Wait. What would happen if I failed that? And my dad was like, "I don't think you want to know what would have happened if you failed that." I had a moment where I was like, "Oh, fuck. I am so lucky. We're so lucky." And that was very much a funny, lucky moment. And funny in hindsight, but like absolutely god awful in the moment was probably when we had this play a few sessions with my grandparents and we went to rescue my grandpa from some demon lady. Don't remember who she was. And essentially we were bargaining the whole time to avoid any sort of like, you know, unpleasant deeds from occurring. And at the last moment when we had literally finished the deal and we were going to get my grandpa, like we basically had him, my granny was like, "I'm pulling out my sword and rolling for initiative." And we all just immediately were like, "No! What are you doing?" And so I like instinctively was like, I grab her and I tell her to shut up. Let's go. And my granny got mad at me, like, "What are you doing? Behave yourself, grandchild," or whatever. I don't remember. But I was like, "Granny, we have him. We can leave. We do not need to fight her. She will destroy us." And then she was like, "But that's the love of my life. I will die for him." And we were like, "We're literally free. We can go scot-free. And you still have beef. No, we are going. We are not going to die for you and your poor decisions." So that was a very interesting moment. Oh jeez. Yeah, it was fine whenever we had like I had a brief campaign. It was just me and my mom, who by the way never plays games ever. But the moment my grandparents were involved, it was not fun. Excuse me. Sometimes gatekeeping is okay. Sometimes it's okay to gatekeep. Sometimes it's a must. I think D&D is one of those things where, like, sometimes you just have to gatekeep it from people so that they're not like, when are you gonna let me join your D&D campaign? Or like, they're like, when will you join my D&D campaign? It's like, sometimes you just gotta not bring it up ever. And the party was charged with murder. Murdered they did not commit. Oof. Oh my gosh, that's so silly. Oh, that's great. That's hilarious. I feel like there's not as many opportunities for really silly moments like that in first edition D&D because none of us were a bard. Like that's where a lot of the funny comes from is like with bards and stuff. But I know one other thing that was pretty funny. It's not a moment, but rather just like an entire game experience. Where like we finally had a new member. He was younger than me. Because my dad had a rule where like once you turn like 11, then you can join our campaign. And so he turned 11, and so he was finally able to join us because he was obsessed with D&D, which fair. It's really fun. I don't think I did this right. I don't know what to do with the arms. We'll just get rid of the arms. I'll figure out what to do with it. I know that like I got the upper arm fat right, but the placement of the arms is not working. Not working. Not quite yet. We'll get there. But it was so sad, but like really humorous. Like it was unfortunate. Essentially, um his character kept dying. He kept losing characters. I don't remember his character's name, but it was essentially like each time he had a new character, it'd be like, "Oh, I'm blah blah the second. I'm blah blah number 3. I'm blah blah number 4." Like, at a certain point, you just give up on more explanations because it's like, it's so it's so unfortunate. He just kept losing characters. And like it was funny, but it was so unfortunate. He kept trying to play as a barbarian, but for some reason he just kept getting murdered in cold blood. It was so sad. Poor dude. And it was so sad because that's like his first D&D experience. It was so frustrating for him. Yeah, it was really really bad luck. It really was because like, well, a little bit of it was foolish decision, but whenever you play a barbarian, you're kind of built to make foolish decisions on purpose sometimes. But yeah, it was mostly bad luck. It was like, I'd say like a 90% bad luck. And I feel bad for him. But he still does have an interest in D&D, so he's not burnt out on it, thank goodness. It didn't kill his love for the game, for the craft. But I've been a little bit I guess like stingy or something. I've been a little bit like hesitant to get back into playing a campaign because I'm the most familiar with first edition, and fifth edition adds a lot of new stuff, and a lot of people ran very easy campaigns with fifth edition. His first edition is extremely challenging by nature, but 5th edition is extremely friendly by nature. But overall, it depends on the dungeon master to decide whether or not to make the game actually challenging or not. And I feel like I'm not doing this right. This specific fold either goes above or below, like a, excuse me, specific lump. But I can't quite remember. I really wish I was more familiar with the way body fat is distributed, but I'm skinny as hell, so I have to deal with the unfortunate circumstance of not having this kind of stuff memorized. I need to pull out my anatomy book. Hold on. It's behind me. It's one of the Morpho books. I'm just going to show the title because there's nudity even on the cover. But yeah, Anatomy for Artists by Michael Lauricella. Or Lauriceia, I don't know. Michaela. And that one. I will say there are some anatomical inaccuracies in this book. We love fun games. Like, one of the things that was wildly incorrect was notes about the skull. There really just isn't any sort of sexual dimorphism between skulls. It's just ethnic differences. But that's just how skulls work. It depends on your facial structure and your facial features. Like, one of the biggest determining factors of the way your skull looks is your teeth placement and the muscles in your face. Like, your muscles influence the way your bones form. And so I put some of my own notes in this one page because male and female skulls are literally identical. Honestly, there's no actual sexual dimorphism between skulls. And actually, another little fun fact, there's very little sexual dimorphism between skeletons in general. There's a little bit of it, but there is not enough. Yeah, I found it. There we go. This is what I was looking for. I can't share it, obviously, because there's nudity, but I needed to look at this. It's the little pages about fat distribution. There we go. Yeah, this part does go above this part. Yeah, I was right with my placement. Yippee! I did it. I anatomied. But yeah, a little fun fact. Yes, there are differences in sexual dimorphism with pelvises, but it's so little that like 80% of the time a skeleton cannot be sexed, because it goes from like a scale of 1 to 5, with like I believe 1 being male and 5 being female definitively, but most skeletons are usually like between 2 and 4. And even if it is a 1 or a 5, that is not like an actual guarantee, because some people just have different pelvises. Not to mention intersex people exist. Because the thing is that humans really have like virtually no sexual dimorphism compared to a lot of other species. Like, real sexual dimorphism is like really different. Like, think like birds and stuff, or like anglerfish. That's like one of those bigger extremes. Ooh, enjoy sleeping. Thank you for visiting, and I'm so glad you enjoyed my music. That means a lot to me. Bye bye. Go eat. I'm gonna keep info dumping about anatomy stuff because I'm a bit of an anatomy nerd sometimes. But yeah. And it's the same thing with fat distribution. For the most part, it lays basically the same, but with some subtle differences, considering like just hormonal differences, but not necessarily like sex differences. It just depends on your hormone levels, but even then you could still have like certain distributions that may not quite align with your sex or gender, or at least rather the public perception of your sex or gender. But that's just how bodies are. They just do what they want. I know. I was info dumping about anatomy. I don't know if you heard any of that. Yeah, big body. I need to practice big bodies anyway. I have characters with really big bodies that I really need to practice drawing. Actually, a little fun fact, this character that I'm referencing to is a deity. They are the deity of hearth, comfort, fertility, and family. And they are like canonically a highly beloved figure. Oh yeah, not the not the fertility part. It's a little too much, but oh man, you know this book. I did point out the inaccuracies with the sexual dimorphism, but the fat distribution section is really good. It's got really good studies on fat distribution. It has some really great figures. Nice fat bodies. And how it can distribute differently on different bodies. It's really nice. So yeah, even though I have a couple gripes with this book, I don't always. Not always. Some things are actually good. Let me adjust this again. I'm not gonna be drawing the whole figure, but like, no, the peach. The peach just doesn't want to cooperate. The peach said no. The peach said, union strike. I do actually need to start referencing this book more often. It's pretty good where it counts. Actually, hold on. I closed that book too soon. I forgot about how legs work with this. Like, I can think in my brain, like, visualize, like, the different people I've seen in my life and how their legs look and how the fat distributes on, like, the thighs and around the knees. But I need to see for sure, like, a double check. Make sure I know what I'm doing. Yeah, this one is a little bit larger. It's a good size, but like I do need to like make sure that the legs are even. One interesting thing I remember noticing is that the more fat legs have, the more it looks like they bow inward. And it's just because fat tends to pile up more in the inner thigh than the outer thigh. So like the bone is actually going like just like regular. But it looks like it's going in just because of the way the fat distribution is. Yeah, I probably should do some, like, hold on. Does the femur bend inward or outward? Can't remember. Hold on, that was the right section. Hold on, where can I see a standing position with the femur visible? Come on, book. Work with me. No, it won't be on the test. I'm just being a little silly. forgetting how certain bones work. I don't draw skeletons very often, so I tend to forget certain nuances to how bones lay in the body. There it is. Okay, so it goes like in like this. I'm just drawing it to give a better visualization. And also, I do believe fat piles up more on the inside because of muscles and arteries, like the femoral arteries on the inner thigh. So it's good for there to be a lot of fat in that area to protect it from danger. Why not put a bone in here? Show how all that works. Bones. Bones! And then, yeah, the pelvis goes up like this. So on and so forth. Nice. Big leg. Big strong. I wish I had big legs. Like in a muscle kind of way. I've always wanted to have like defined calves. Have like nice legs. My legs are already nice, but like I want big calves. Big calves. Really defined muscles. Because I love wearing leggings, so I'd love to show that off. I like showing my legs off. I like baggy tops and slim, form-fitting bottoms. Not always, though. I do have my baggy pants sometimes. I'm glad I figured out how the stomach lays, because it's always something I've taken a mental note on. Anytime I've seen any other artists draw fatter figures, I've always been like, okay, the fat lays like that. Got it. Mental note. Mental note taken. Oh, that's a good figure. Shows how the fat lays on the back. So this area I gotta clean up a little bit. Hold on. Time to adjust again. So I can do what I need to do. There we go. It definitely actually it's kinda correct actually. Maybe a little too like angled out. Not enough folding stuff. Habits, man. Habits. Gotta kill the habits. Because I do know that back folds do usually lead to the front to a certain extent. I think this is a nice figure. I'm gonna finally put the arms in. I don't need to do that long. I'm gonna make this person look like a spider monkey. We don't need that. We need regular people-sized arms. And then go down to about here. Because I do know limbs look a little bit shorter if you're a wider individual. I'm thinking like Markiplier. His arms look a little shorter. Meanwhile, me, I'm all lanky. My arms look incredibly long. Yeah, it's not even about weight at that point. It's just if you're wider, your arms might look smaller. If you're narrower, your arms are gonna look longer. I'm not entirely sure why though. I guess it's just the way they lay on the body. You know, every once in a while, I share a potentially controversial art opinion. I feel like now I should reiterate an opinion of mine. And I feel like everyone here would agree with me on this, but I know there are people out there that would disagree. But it relates very much to very similar points I've made about how it's important to be able to, or at least be willing to learn how to draw ethnic features. That's also the same exact thing with heavier figures. It's important to be able to draw fat characters just as much as skinny characters and figures. Same thing with ethnic features, and I've talked about that before because the VTubing scene tends to be very skewed towards white and Asian, or rather East Asian features. And they tend to be skewed against other features, especially black features, such as textured hair, darker skin. And it's the same thing with weight, pretty much. A lot of artists they have a harder time with drawing fatter figures. And that's mostly because of their own personal prejudices. So it's important to practice all sorts of different figures and different weight brackets and the way fat distributes differently on different bodies. Even on thinner figures, like you still have fat distribution because everyone has fat. If you don't have fat on your body, you're probably close to death. Genuinely. I've seen a picture of a bodybuilder that briefly had 0% body fat, and I believe he was hospitalized shortly after that presentation, and he looked so nasty. Like, 0% body fat is not pleasant to look at. Just trust me on that. Like, because of the way muscles look, they're like all like ripply and stuff. So I'm sure you can imagine someone with 0% body fat is like all like stringy and like ooh, 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 you no. Fat is so incredibly important to the human body. It's just straight up a fact. And it's important to respect and be able to draw larger figures because guess what? We all have fat, and it's easier to understand fat distribution if you draw fatter bodies because you can see the fat better and see how it distributes on bodies. And yeah. And besides, if you don't draw fatter figures, same thing with ethnic features, if you don't draw different ethnic features, then you're gonna be stuck in like this one singular area in your art, and it'll be harder for you to grow if you don't experiment, if you don't get out of your comfort zone and try different things. You need to be able to try to draw different things. It's really important, especially if you're going for like a professional career. Because instead of being like, oh, I can't draw that, you should be like, oh, I'm not that good at drawing that yet, but I can try. Because you can. If you can draw, then you can try. So try. Do it. Don't be a coward. You can do it. Don't be afraid. You might mess up, and that's okay. We all mess up. Because you gotta start somewhere. I probably won't draw out this other arm, but you get the gist. I'm really proud of this figure. I was worried it wasn't going to turn out that good, and I did a great job. I'm really proud of it. And, excuse me, I had my whole speech. My regularly scheduled, oh goodness, excuse me, art speech. Ugh, sorry for burping. I tend to swallow a lot of air whenever I drink stuff. I even did a little leg. Might do more of these little notebook sketches, because I don't like dragging that table in my room. I was kind of planning on doing something on black paper again, but I don't know. I'll decide that next week. I'll figure that out next week. I'm pretty proud of these two bodies I made. Yeah, this one and time to just hold my tripod. I'm holding you now. And this one. Oop. Can't see. Hold on. You can't see. Ah! The legs. Must show legs. There we go. Yeah, this figure too. I need to work more on muscle placement. I need to work on both muscle and fat placement. Those are very important things to both practice. But yeah. Good bodies. Good bodies. All bodies are good bodies. Even the ones that don't like themselves. Like mine. All bodies are good bodies. Just gotta know how to take care of them and stuff. Yeah, there we go. Body. How's that song go? Body yaddy 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 yaddy. Oh, please don't fall. Oh, please don't fall. No. The peach said no. Stop singing. That damn peach doesn't want to cooperate. Damn fruit. But I think I'm done for today. I had a lot of fun. I just wanted to do a little bit of doodling. I mostly wanted to share my music. I'm not even gonna lie, I really wanted to share that. And I'm so glad I did. I'm real happy about that. And oh my goodness, we're so close to the revisits goal. I've been kind of itching to revisit Astroneer lately. It's been a while, and I think there's been a big update since we last played. It's been almost a year. I think I stopped playing Astroneer in August last year. Crazy. So yeah, that'll be fun. I can revisit my old world, see what all I did and what all I've missed. How nostalgic it might feel. My game was pretty important to me, even though I had some rough days playing it. But now is not the same as then. Anyway, thank you so much for visiting. I hope you have a great day, and as always,